He lied to a woman who was younger than him to get her alone and then grabbed her ass, she said. The idea that he could truly be sorry seemed absurd. In the legal world, the process through which a counselor helps a survivor and offender mediate an incident is called restorative justice. Most organized restorative justice programs in the United States focus on low-stakes crimes such as juvenile offenses, but there are survivor impact panels in Portland, Oregon, that require domestic violence offenders to listen to unrelated survivors describe their experiences, and restorative circles in Duluth, Minnesota, where survivors, community members, and offenders can discuss how the latter should be held responsible for abuses. In many restorative justice programs, accountability plans are developed with input from the survivors and usually include a combination of counseling, volunteer work, and in some cases, financial restitution. If survivors are interested in having a dialogue, Augusta Scott said they should also be the ones to define what accountability means. For example, when Molly was assaulted by a genderqueer person in 2012, she told them exactly what she needed in a Facebook message: acknowledge what you did, tell me you're not going to do it again, or that you're going to try and work harder not to do it in the future, and say you're sorry for how shitty it felt. A key aspect of accountability involves taking concrete actions, Koss said. When she ran a restorative justice program for sexual assault crimes, she said victims cared more about knowing their offenders were committed to change than hearing the words "I'm sorry." Other survivors might want to be personally involved in their offender's process of owning up to their behavior. When Atiyah Khan's ex-boyfriend told her "I'm sorry" 11 years after he beat her up on a daily basis, she saw it as an opportunity to hold him accountable on her own terms. The now 43-year-old Canadian asked him to participate in a film that she co-wrote and co-directed, in which they had mediated conversations about his abuse in front of a camera. He agreed, and over the 2-year course of shooting together, Khan said the most important part of the process was having him listen to her descriptions of the violent episodes. The resulting documentary, A Better Man, debuted in New York earlier this month, and will play in Canada throughout November. Sarah Polley is an executive producer. The words "I'm sorry" were not important to me, Khan said. It was more about me being able to tell him exactly what it was he had done. There was something very satisfying about that for me. Let's hope those statements amount to concrete commitments rather than empty words. ** Name has been changed, or a last name has been omitted.